Joyce, can we start with this new date proposed by Jack Smith? Why July 8th?
Well, I think this is a realistic acceptance by Jack Smith of the fact that he will not be trying the D.C. case on this timeline, that it will be tied up with the Supreme Court. And the July date would seem to be an effort to at least get the Mar-a-Lago case on the books on a timeline that's consistent with all of the rulings that Judge Cannon has left to make, so that he can have some hope, even if it's a small hope, of trying the election interference case in D.C. as well.
The Trump playbook is delay, 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 and it's fantastic, right? He is great at it. His attorneys are asking for an August trial date, and people are surprised. They were like, oh, he's going to ask for next year, nowhere near it. But this is Aileen Cannon. Does anyone think the trial is going to start in August, September, October? She's going to punt this thing forever for him.
You know, it's not even a request for an August trial date, because Trump starts his proposed calendar by saying it's really unfair to me to have any trial at all before the election, and I'm only proposing a date because you've asked me to propose one, but really, sort of nudge, nudge, wink, wink, what you should do is not schedule the trial until after the election. And then even with the August date, one of the co-defendants, Walt Nauta, is asking for a September trial date, saying that his lawyer is unavailable for parts of August. So that would seem to push the date back further unless the defendants are going to be split up. And there's still more, because Trump builds into his motion numerous suggestions that there are points where he might ask the judge to continue this trial date. So even if she sets something for August, it's not written in stone. Trump could come back and say the government has been too slow with discovery, or other motions could be decided that need appeals. I mean, this really is just delay on steroids, the typical Trump strategy.
It's a good strategy. How is the Supreme Court immunity hearing going to impact this? If they grant Trump immunity, does all this, except Georgia, just go away?
Well, if they grant Trump immunity, there is also an immunity motion on the table in Georgia. The only case that wouldn't be affected would be the Manhattan DA's prosecution, where that issue has been decided and Trump ultimately chose not to pursue an appeal. So, yes, if the Supreme Court were to decide Trump has immunity, these prosecutions would fail. But look, Steph, the Supreme Court can't do that if we're going to continue to be a democracy. Presidents can't commit crimes to try to steal an election in a country like ours, in a society like ours. So the real question is whether the Supreme Court will do its duty in time, or whether by delay they'll give Trump the benefit that he shouldn't get under the law.